Cynthia,
Hi there.
hey, what's going on? Stan the Man here from Menace and the Man. You're joined by myself and Dennis Bermudez.
Hey, Cynthia.
Hey, what's up?
What's
How
up,
you guys
girl?
doing?
We're good. We're just calling you, or happy that you called us, and we wanted to check in with you, see what's going on with you. You got a fight coming up the 17th, right?
Yep, that's right.
How do you pronounce this girl's name you're fighting?
Poliana Botello? I'm
Poliana
pretty sure.
Botello.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
That was really good. That sounded like pretty.
Yeah, is that Italian? She threw like a little twang on that thing.
I mean, I can say it in Spanish and say Poliana Botello.
Yeah, that sounded amazing. Either way, I'm like, yep, that's her name.
Now, what's Calvillo? Is that Italian or is that Spanish?
It's Spanish. I mean, I'm Mexican. My parents are from Mexico, but it is Spanish. People told me that before. They think that it's like Italian Calvillo, just the way it sounds. But no, I think it's Spanish.
Yeah, it might be the V that's in there.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
the Villo, that like I pronounce it, but Calvillo,
Calvillo.
Calvillo.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
yo,
double
like
L,
that.
you
That's
loser.
It is a double L.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why it's like a yo.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
you guys.
Calvillo, like Pancho Villa, Pancho Villa, you know.
Ah.
Well, hang on. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what I'm talking about. I'm a fake Puerto Rican.
A fake Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I look the part, but I can't speak. I can speak poquito.
Poquito, you can kind of
Yeah.
understand it a
Yeah.
little bit, maybe. So if I talk to you,
Hey, let's
What-
not.
what-
Hey,
Oh,
you
wait.
know what I'm
let's
saying?
let's not get carried away here. All right, I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. All right.
So you're bilingual, Cynthia?
Yes, I am, but I have to. I'm first generation here, and so my first language was Spanish. Although I'm more shitty at it now.
Mm.
All right. Well, luckily for us, your English is good.
Yeah, thank God.
So now, are you still with Alpha Male?
Yes, I am.
How's training going
It's
for this
going.
one?
It's going great. I mean, it's been a long layoff, but it's been going good. I feel like we were able to like just focus just a lot on it, and just just the recovery and just taking my time. Sometimes when you get a fight and you're just a fight or flight mentality, you have a short amount of time to do it. And I mean, that's all in great, but I felt like I learned a lot in this layoff.
Oh yeah, no, unfortunate layoff. Did they give you the full 9 months with that suspension?
They did. The Nevada State Commission gave me 9 months.
Oh, what a
Bunch
crock!
of,
What
what a
a
bunch of nerds.
crock of shit!
Yeah, it's because they love me. They gave everybody else 6 months, and they gave me 9 months. So.
And for some
Whatever.
reason, it's like the Nevada State Athletic Commission. They make an example out of people with weed. Like
Yeah, which
Nick
is
Diaz, Cynthia, like they always say, like, oh no, you failed for weed. We're gonna make an example out of you. Oh, you failed for steroids. Can you fight in a couple months? We'll lower your suspension.
it's
They're,
it's completely jacked up. I mean, you got other people, obviously. I am not
Not.
Canelo, but Canelo popped for computer on. He only got 6 months, so
yeah, there's guys. That's what I'm
whatever.
saying. There's guys popping for steroids in Nevada, and they're getting
Yeah.
less suspensions than weed.
Cynthia, you could drop f-bombs on here.
Oh yeah, you could say whatever you need to say, Cynthia. We're good.
Okay. I was just trying to be really
Get one out of your system right now.
fuck.
There it is.
I'm just-
There it is. Woo!
So now, with a situation like that, do you even want to fight in Nevada again?
Yeah, it is. I just want to fight. I'm hoping that eventually they get rid of it. It is what it is. At the end of the day, as an athlete, I mean, I know the rules. I followed the rules. I just don't test it positive in competition. It's not a very accurate way for testing for it. I mean, I don't think it should be on there in the first place, anyways. But
Oh yeah,
I just gotta own up to it, and just gotta be more cautious. I gotta just kind of look at this. Hopefully, a blessing in disguise. There's a lot of stuff going on, even like during that fight and towards the end of it. So I think I needed this break. So I think it's good, and in another sense.
In competitions, considered 2 weeks out from the fight. No.
No, in competition is only 8 hours prior and 8 hours after. So meaning that I'm not allowed to, or no athlete's allowed to use cannabis in that window, which I certainly did not do.
Well, they changed that. They changed that not too long ago, right? It used to be a couple weeks.
The Inca?
Yeah. Or no?
No.
It's always been
No,
8
even when
hours.
I was, even when I was, when I was competing the last time, it was only in competition would be considered 8 hours before, 8 hours after. Now it also depends on what commission. Say like for example, Argentina, I'm fighting for it. They're actually in competition starts noon before the fight day, so it actually start like on weigh-in day. versus just USADA regular and other places that abide by it is usually it's just 8 hours prior and 8 hours after. With Argentina, with the Brazilian Commission, they do noon before and an hour after your bout. So after a fight, like an hour after my fight, I can go blaze it up if I want. But according to USADA, I can't. But come on, let's be straight. There's plenty of athletes that I know that got super high after their fights and didn't get tested at all. I've never seen USADA come by after, but
I think just that they even try to mess with fighters for weed. I smoke weed. I love weed. I'm all for weed. I think that it should be legalized across the state, across the world, across everywhere. Like even that Vegas and California, I could walk down the street and smoke weed, but then I'm going to get in trouble if it's in my system when I compete. That's a little ridiculous.
Stan was actually smoking weed outside of Madison Square Garden on Saturday night.
Yeah.
That's how Stan rolls.
Well, you'll laugh at this, Cynthia. I have a list of professional fighters. I won't name names, but I have a list of professional fighters that I smoked weed with. Dennis doesn't smoke, but I can say that in front of Madison Square Garden, I smoked a blunt with Dennis and a few of our friends, and Dennis was like, "You guys were smoking weed that whole time?" He didn't even realize.
Yeah, you couldn't smell it. Did you guys not have the good stuff?
Well,
Dennis was delirious by this point, hanging out in the ESPN
he
suite,
was
drinking
already
free
high.
beers.
He was already stoned.
no, I was a few sheets to the wind, as they might say.
Dennis will do an edible every now and then, I'm told.
I think it should be available for athletes. I think it's actually a good thing for athletes. I think that they should actually have pre-rolled joints or cannabis ready for athletes as soon as they're done competing.
But
that's
Cynthia,
one of the best things that you can have.
Cynthia, can we hold the phone 1 second? Can we just talk about how Stan just threw my shit out there?
What did I throw out there?
Oh, Dennis didn't ever know once or twice.
Why? You don't
But it's not
yeah, come on, man.
I will fight you right here,
exactly.
Stan.
You see, Cynthia, Dennis has that attitude too. He's got that wrong mind state. Like it's got to be hidden.
So
You don't need to hide that.
He's one of those.
I'm afraid of my.
one of
Hang on,
them.
Cynthia. I'm still afraid of my father. Okay.
I am too. Trust
wanna
me.
talk
I
about
was
that?
devastated.
Oh, even
AB hits like growing up, AB would fucking mollywop me, and the side of my face would go numb. He's like,
My dad.
get
I'll
into
tell you a
it.
story about my dad.
I
One
wanna
time
hear
I
it.
got caught smoking weed.
Oof.
And my dad, he got so mad at me. It was like I didn't smoke weed for a very long time after that. But it was when I was the very first time I smoked weed, I got caught.
How old were
And
you?
he was just like, I was 16 or 17.
Okay.
And then my dad was like, La gente que fuma marihuana es mierda. And he said, people who smoke weed are pieces of shit.
Yep.
Low life. And I'm like, oh my God. And ever since then, I was like, Dad, I'm sorry, forgive me. And I always felt like a failure. And it actually wasn't until like I started fighting that I actually felt for the first time my dad was proud. And then again, this shit happened. So I was just like, it's actually, I was so for it. Like, I wanted to show my parents that it's actually a good thing and a beneficial thing. And I was on the route for that. And then I popped for it and I got suspended. And I was like, man, But I don't think they look at it the same way that they used to. They're more open to it now for sure.
I heard one of your past interviews where you said that I don't know if it was your cover, but you said that you smoke as like a pain relief, and you went through a badly broken arm, that you used cannabis and smoking weed to avoid taking painkillers. I've actually been in a very similar situation where I separated my shoulder, went to weed, and then even I had a bad leg break, and I didn't take a single painkiller. I just smoked weed.
You smoke weed, it helps you rest. It does help with the inflammation. It's proven. I broke my arm 3 times before I went pro. I was out, and that's what helped me. And that's why I'm for it. I'm like,
how'd you break your arm?
Training, sparring. I was getting ready to make my pro debut, and then I broke my arm, and then I re-broke it again because I kept coming too soon.
Is that why you missed all of 2015 with the arm issues?
Yeah, I was out for like 3 years. Like if you look at the time from when I went amateur to pro, it was a big gap, and that's because I was injured. I was at a broken arm. I was still training on the side like a gimp.
I broke my arm once.
It's no fun.
Yeah, I was in the 3rd grade, and I could have swore I saw a frog jump underneath the basketball hoop. Like the water that holds it down. So I climbed up it, and I was hanging on the rim because it would come down, and like, Jay, check underneath there. It's my younger brother. And I fell off. Nothing happened. Got back up, did it again, fell wrong, and like landed on a rock, and like I'm like, whoa, this is not looking like, hey, Jay, go tell Dad that I think I broke my wrist. So I'm in the living room. My dad comes in. He goes, yep, it's broken. You're going to stay there like that. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
And I just sit there with a broken arm for like another 10 minutes before he's like, all right, get in the car.
Yeah, parents say some shit like that when you're young all the time to scare you, you know, whenever you like do your cross-eyed eyes, or you flip your eyelids, you're like, your eyes are gonna stay like that, you know? That's scary.
So now, when are you leaving for Argentina?
I am leaving this Saturday.
So you'll be there, what, a week early?
Yeah. It's about a 15-hour total time of travel time, so I get there Sunday morning. So, yeah, travel around noon Saturday, get there Sunday in Argentina. I'm excited. I hear the weather over there right now is like the best time of the year. So,
I don't know.
And look at all the beaches.
Yeah, well,
eat
here
some good
here in New
steak.
York, here in New York, it's rained every day for like the last 7 days, I feel.
That is no fun. I'm not a fan of the
Yeah,
rain.
I'm going to beat up Stan because I'm angry about it.
Well, good luck with that.
I'd be totally depressed all the time. Like, I need the sun. Like, the sun's like my best friend.
Well, I'm sure you're living. Where are you living? Sacramento?
Yeah, Sacramento.
Oh yeah, so you got nice weather year round. We were talking to Phil Baroni and Dominic Reyes last week. We're jealous of those guys. He's in Lodi. The other one's in I don't even know where he is, but just California weather. There's never anything bad there. You never get rain. You never get cold.
Well, Sacramento is a little further north. It does get a little chilly there.
Yeah, no, it does. We do get a little bit of. We're close to like Lake Tahoe and the Sierra, so you do get a little bit of that cold and a little bit of ice.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse my friend Stan. He doesn't look at the map too many times, you know?
No, I thought China was really small last week.
China?
He did say that.
Yeah, I didn't realize China was as big as it was.
Yeah.
I knew it was big in population. I didn't realize it was big in geography.
Go ahead, Stan. Cover it up.
That's exactly what it was. I know it has
okay.
probably the most people. It has more people than America and the United States and everywhere else in the world, but it's got less geographical space.
He smokes pot. He smokes pot.
See, I told you, Cynthia. He's on that other team. We gotta swing Dennis.
Well,
into
you're
our
making
side.
you're making all the smoke, the cannabis users look bad over here.
Yeah, I was hang on.
come
I
on.
I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
pull it together, Stan.
I don't know everything.
When you get a chance, Cynthia, look at a map and you'll see China is not that big geographically. Dennis as well.
Yes.
You guys are arguing. It is not that big geographically. The United States is bigger. Russia is bigger.
I think you're drunk.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know. I gotta go look at the map.
All right, well, enough of that. You got this fight coming up. You're coming off that last one with Carla Esparza. Everything's righted in the ship now. You're going to have no issues in this fight. What happened in that last one? You just seemed like you had an off night.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I mean, I went in there feeling like the best ever. Like, I was so confident in going into this fight. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, I was just doing crazy shit in training and sparring that, like, I was like, man, I got this. Like, I was like, there's no way. Like, no way. I did everything to prepare to the fullest, and then you go in there with a game plan, but we all know, shit doesn't happen sometimes with game plan, and you got to make the adjustments and make the win. Before I knew it, the rounds were over. So my whole plan was like for this fight was like, I'm gonna take it to her. She's a wrestler. I'm gonna take her down in the first round right away, and I'm gonna beat the crap out of her in the ground. If she gets out of the first round, I'm gonna knock her out in the second or third because I know I can do that. And it didn't happen. So I should have just continued. I should have made the adjustments, and I should have just taken her down again and beat her up there. And I shouldn't have made it a close fight the way that it was. So I learned my lesson. You got to make the adjustments and be prepared for everything. If it's not going your way, I just had it set in my mind that I was going to get it done. And even in my head, I thought I had just barely won the fight. And then I go back at it, and I'm just really disappointed in myself. But that's the part of the game. I don't think it really hurt me too much. It's not like there was like these huge holes in my game where people are like, oh my gosh, she got her ass whooped, because I don't think I did at all. So, and against the first former strawweight world champion, not only for Invicta but the UFC as well. So it's like she was a no chump.
Oh, yeah, she's no chump. She's a former champion, so she's definitely a name in the game that you win or lose to her. It's not going to put you back too much, if you don't pull off the win against her.
You know what I hate when people tell me? Like, you never lose. You either win or you learn.
Or you learn.
Shut up. I lost and I learned. Get away from me before I kick you in the neck, you nerd.
All right, well, Cynthia, we want to thank you for joining us. Dennis, you've been in the game a little bit longer than Cynthia. You got any advice for her before this next fight?
She's like she said that Carla Esparza loss doesn't affect her. She's already and what she said, the time off, and she can probably contest to this, is like when you're not training for anything, it's very easy to keep just getting there and just get better.
Yeah.
She's got a great team. She's on a good path.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, for sure. That was the big thing. Yeah, and I appreciate that. I'm going to do it up. Argentina, I'll be back, and,
Woo.
it'll be like I never left.
All right. Well, we want to thank you again, Cynthia, for joining us. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you back on the show after you beat this girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And then by then, hopefully, you guys will know a little bit of Spanish. Dennis.
What the hell? What?
Thank you
Fine.
again, Cynthia, for joining us. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, or any sponsors you want to thank? The floor is yours.
I just want to say a shout out to all my homies. I was gonna
All her essays.
holding it down in the hood.
Living to be la loca. Woo.
That's right. I really appreciate it for having me on. Give a shout out to everybody and anybody that supports me or in the sport. I love it. So I'm very thankful and grateful and blessed to be able to do something like this.
Oh, we appreciate you for doing what you do and making us potheads proud. We appreciate it.
Hey, after you crush it, we're gonna run it back. Share some
Okay.
laughs again.
All right.
Deal?
All right.
All the
Deal.
young kids are saying bet.
Bet.
Bet. Like instead of deal,
All
they say
right.
bet.
Bet. All right.
I don't know.
Let's do it.
All right, so bet, Cynthia. We'll talk to you in a few weeks. Good luck in this upcoming fight.
All right. Sounds good. You guys have a good one.
Have a good night.
Okay. Bye.
I like Cynthia. She definitely won me over there. Not that I wasn't a fan before. I'm definitely a fan of her fighting style, but she seems like she has a really
she
good
gets after
personality.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's vicious. She's one of those girls that puts her mouthpiece in, ties her hair up, and swings for the knockout. Like if you look at her record too, she's beaten like the who's who in the women's division.
Hey, she's not an ugly sight to look at either.
Oh no, I didn't want to be the one to throw it out there, but
Well, hey,
you said it.
call a
so.
spade a spade.
Hey, sometimes you gotta speak the truth, and Dennis Bermudez does that very well.